What's going on, guys? So today I want to talk to you about how you can improve your sleep quite easily, and that just comes down to reading before bed, right? One of the biggest things I have found that helps me just falling asleep faster is reading fiction before bed. I do not know why. I just know that I am someone who likes to read non-fiction books for the most part. When I read fiction books, obviously I'm escaping reality first. When you read a fiction book and you're escaping reality, you're not thinking about the external world. You're not thinking about what happened at work today. You're not thinking about, the stress that's going on. All you're thinking about is this journey that this character is on and who you're reading and where they're going. And you kind of get immersed into it. There's a reason that Harry Potter was the I don't know if it still is, the biggest selling, is a fantasy book, I guess you would say, because people get drenched in Harry's life. They want to follow this guy. What's going to be happening? And you get sucked into the wizarding world, right? You're creating all these pictures in your head. You're thinking about this, and it's very hard to put the book down, to be honest, or any of the books down. And because of that, it helps you think about what puts you in that place. All right, it takes you out of life. And you know what happens when you get taken out of real life? It is a lot easier for you to stick to things. It's a lot easier for you to not think about things that are causing you stress. And when you're not stressed, guess what that allows you to do? Relax. And when you relax, you're actually able to fall asleep faster. So I know for me, when I read a fiction book, I don't even get a few pages in. I might get 6 or 7 pages in, and I'm already nodding off because I've just forgotten about the day. It just switches my mind off, and it's been one of the best things I can do to help me sleep. Escaping reality has been a game changer for me in order to get better quality sleep. So for you, if you haven't read a fiction book, give it a go, right? If you're going to read a fiction book on your phone, if you download a Kindle or anything, turn the red light, turn night mode on your phone, so you're not getting that external light into your eyes, because blue light will keep you up, firstly. Otherwise, get a Kindle. I use a Kindle, or just use a lamp, like a salt lamp or anything that you can read the book with. Whether you have a physical book, again, Kindle, iPhone, doesn't really matter, as long as you're able to read something fiction-wise. If you don't know what to read, a simple example, like I said, Harry Potter is a good one to read. Otherwise, pick up things that people have always talked about. So it's like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, anything depends on obviously your genres and stuff like that. So it's going to be different. But for me, I'm reading an old series called the Dark Tower series, which is by, I think it's Stephen King actually wrote these. So Stephen King books. I don't like horror. This is not a horror book. Horror's going to keep me up and fucking give me nightmares. I want to read something that's an easy read that I can just fucking turn my brain off with. And just something simple like this, I think will help a lot of people with their sleep, because again, it comes to escaping reality. If you're someone who doesn't like to read, maybe try listen to an audiobook. Put some headphones on, listen to an audiobook, because sometimes that background noise or of you listening to something takes your mind away. You're focusing, but at the same time, you'll start to drift because you probably got that white noise in the background. For me, I'm someone who is a bit of a white noise person, so I need a fan on in the background, or again, some music playing, some relaxing music, or if I'm listening to an audiobook, an audiobook where I don't have to. It may not be a fiction book. It may be a non-fiction book, but it's what do I listen to? Why We Sleep by Matt Walker, or Homo Deus, or any of his books by Neil Yuval Harari, I think his name is. Anything that's it's not going to require you to study and learn and keep you fully awake and occupied, but enough where it's you kind of learn about something cool, maybe a little bit of history or something. But if you fall asleep, you don't. It's not crucial to remember that stuff. So anything that's going to take your brain out of reality is going to be ideal. And the more it can kind of captivate your imagination or just get you sucked in, that's going to be the best thing. Everyone's going to be different what they like. Again, there's non-fiction, there's fiction. There's plenty of opportunities out there. But what I would really, really encourage you to do is just give it a go. 20 minutes before bed, get off your phone. Or again, turn your audiobook on, but get off fucking social media. When I'm listening to an audiobook, I play a little bit of Sudoku for 10 to 15 minutes, because then it's a passive thing. I can still listen, and then I just lay down, put the timer on 15 minutes, and I usually fall asleep. Or again, if I physically read, I just nearly fall asleep straight away, which is great, because on those nights where I can't sleep and I start to read a physical book, or I start to read a fiction book, it's actually helping me get to sleep easier. So that's your little tip for the day. Nothing crazy. I just hope, for those of you that can kind of implement that, it may make a bit of a difference in order to help improve your sleep, because everything starts with sleep. We get good sleep, we feel energized, we wake up, we have a good day, we're productive, we're not moody, we eat well, all those other things. It starts from good quality sleep. So, hope that was helpful. If it does help, send me a message. Let me know. I'd love to hear if it does benefit you.